Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the set, Mike 57. You go night-night. Don't go night-night. Big grip.
Off the play fake. Herbert. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it here. This is James White. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, wahoo! Hey, check my kid.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, it's Bell.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Outside. 54. Mike 54. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Slam, slam, slam. Watch twist. Watch twist. 80 weapon.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Slam, slam, slam.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold, he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Protein spill. Kill. Alrighty.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
56.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Hey, ready? Here. Slam. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, I'm coming.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Yes. Watch 81. Hey, check my 30.
Off play action. Herbert. The pass complete. It's Bird. A big play there for New England. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
First down, here's White. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case. And that play got bottled up.
Wide, get wide. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now White. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Set up. 15 line. 15 line. Focus, defense, focus. Jam.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Spinning away, and he's got room. That good for 22 and a first down. Well, what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play. An absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Bell. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got some space here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. On first down, Darnold. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Our first update now comes from Atlanta, and the Falcons have opened up the lead there to a couple of scores. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory.
And got his man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Come on,
we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Down. 8, read. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, orbit. Right there. 54. Right. Look at me. Door. Door. Now.
Off the play fake. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Ready to break.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, zoom. Look at me. Zipper. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Damiere Byrd, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Darnold. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Darnold. And he's got a noon one. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Bravo. Let's get this. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. Right there.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Darnold to throw again. A screen to Bell. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Throwing again is Darnold. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
Let's go, folks.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And all the way down to the 39. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That'll be taken in by Anderson. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going to go. It's Darnold. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Put him on the bus, lady. Put that team on the bus. Hey, Echo.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. Anuno's got it, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And Darnold, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away tight.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quinnen Williams able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Mike, check 33. 30. Yep. Hey, get in the weight room. Hey, check.
Off-play action. Herbert. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Check Mike 33.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Go. Check 33. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. On the go.
Off the play fake. Herbert. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
At their own 11-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A gain there of 21 yards. Darnold now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold on the catch. It's Crowder. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
51 the mic, boy. 51.
Darnold goes underneath for Bell. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Darnold. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering.
Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. On second down, Michelle trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. 54. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, exit. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Ready?
On 3rd and 2, Herbert to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah,
what happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Darnold now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start this. And Darnold, he lost the football. Three quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 45 on second down, Darnold. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 14.
1st down, Jets.
We're going to sign. 56 is the mic. Hey, pick your game up.
Darnold from the red zone now. That's complete. It's Bell. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. That turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Throwing to start the drive. Herbert, he's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Got it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey! You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Off play action. Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
33.
Go.
Hey, check Mike 33.
Five.
You ready? Mike check 33. I know he ain't
Get it.
From the gun, Herbert. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Antoine Woods in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. It's taken to the 26. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
We're going to start.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got an open man. It's a noon one. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Here's Darnold. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Dancing to his left. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the toss, here's Michelle. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Hey, orbit. Yeah.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Throw caught here by Bird. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Let's go. Here we go. Set. 90 Wolf. Two times.
Following the penalty, Michelle. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd.
Matchbox right.
Key 26. Right.
Looking to throw. Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Go! 10-2 start. 2 jet bombers. 2 jet bombers. Now.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for New England, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.